Hi, my name is Michael Dim. I'm an auctioneer here at Valot Auctioneers in Providence, Rhode Island. You can find us at Vallots, VALLOTS.com. I want to talk today about art identification and how we identify a work of art. And this is different from art authentication, that is how we authenticate a work of art. It is part of authentication, but identification asks the question or answers the question, who painted or created a work of art? I want to talk today about this painting, this abstract nude, this really strong painting that came to us about a week and a half ago. I was invited into a consignor's home and she showed me a number of works of art, and I immediately gravitated towards this painting. I asked her who painted it and she said she didn't know. She had acquired it at an estate sale. She also agreed with me that she thought it was extremely well done, but there were no markings on the back, no identifying material. The seller didn't have any information on it. And the signature is very difficult to read. So what is the process by which we identify this work of art? How do we determine who painted it? And if we look at the signature, it's in fact quite misleading. And what I mean by that is the letters, which sort of look like T-O, maybe an M, won't lead you to the answer. So how did we determine it? And so once I've decided that the work is really strong, that it must be by an accomplished artist, I like to put it up in the gallery near somewhere where I sit, and I periodically look at it and sort of think about it. And the sort of general questions I like to ask is, what period is this painting from? And to me, it's clear, it's abstract expressionism. And then I start thinking, who could have painted it? What abstract expressionist could have painted this painting? And I like to start with let things pop into my mind, but I kind of sort of look at the subject matter and think, could this be one of the female abstract expressionists, Lee Krasner, Joan Mitchell? Could it be one of the lesser known abstract expressionists or one of the major abstract expressionists? And again, I'm flipping through the possibilities in my mind. And each time when I think I might be close, I then go to the signature resources and take a look at what those artists' signatures look like. Somebody just asked me a great question, and I want to step back for a minute. Somebody asked me, well, why not just Google image search it? And you can do that with any work of art. You might get lucky, but I'd encourage you to conduct a little experiment, which is, if you take a look at our August 4th auction catalog and lot number 7, which is this lot, and take an image and run it through Google image search or your favorite image search engine and see what you get. And what you'll get is a million different answers, all of which will be wrong and won't be even remotely close. So until that technology is perfected, we need to do it the old-fashioned way. Now, not this old-fashioned, and this book is a book that I purchased when I first became an auctioneer. It's a book of indiscernible artist signatures. And it simply allows you to search by name if you have a few letters, especially the first letter, and then you can look at the signatures and match it up with the artist. There are lots of great resources online that do essentially what this book does. But again, before you go in that direction, because here you're dealing with a painting where the first letters appear to be something that they're not. And in flipping through those possibilities in my mind, an artist's name came to me. So then all of a sudden, my heart starts pounding and I have that realization. I figured it out. And the artist that comes to mind is Norman Blum. And so the first thing I do is I start looking at Norman Blum's signature. And in fact, what you see is if you look at Norman Blum's signature, he didn't sign in the uppercase. He always used the lowercase. And this is in fact a lowercase b. Again, it's tricky. If you'd started with the signature resources, you would have not necessarily read this as a lowercase b, L-U-H-M, and the M sort of trails off into a line. That's the first part. The second part is then authenticating the work of art. And a work like this is not that difficult to authenticate. There's a lot of records and history on this sort of a painting, and so we can kind of back into it and confirm that it is in fact an authentic Norman Blum.